Netflix stock is down about another $5 or so per share today. I know, kind of a rough week in general for a lot of the stock market, but I wondered if it had anything to do with this new report. Now, Netflix knows that it's lost most of its highly sought after programming. Shows like The Office have long left for their own streaming services, and every little company, whether it's HBO Peacock or Paramount Plus or whatever, everyone's pulling their content off Netflix, and it's reduced significantly the value of the subscription. On top of that, we are in, I know it's, some people don't believe this, but things are tough. We're in a recession right now. Inflation is an issue, and people are making tough decisions with their entertainment. So what about that Netflix gaming feature? They were going to take over the world of gaming with cloud gaming and then a bunch of other features. Well, it was a colossal failure. So gigantic of a failure. So it was so gigantic, nobody was reporting on it until some new data kind of leaked out. And sure enough, it's been a total disaster. By the way, I just want to announce today, we just rolled out our double caffeinated. It's an Ethiopian blend. You can get it in whole bean or ground at coffeebrandcoffee.com. You can save with promo code the quartering. Really excited to get this into your hands and to get some reviews on this. We've got almost 2,000 5-star reviews across all of our products, not just coffee. We've got tea and cocoa as well. But this is good. It's got cupping notes of blueberry, vanilla, raisins, and it's got kind of some fruity flavors. This is an extra light blend, and it's absolutely delicious. And if you need that extra caffeine, pick up a box. Pick up a bag. I'll leave a link in the description. Goes directly to supporting the channel. Is Netflix's foray into gaming failing? Just 1% of subscribers have tried the platform's games, data reveals. Netflix's ambitious expansion into gaming seems to have gotten off to a sluggish start. I mean, sluggish would be a complete understatement. I would say I would probably use the term disastrous. Now, I've seen almost no advertising for it either, to be honest, even in the app. Netflix's ambitious expansion. According to app tracker Apptopia, Netflix games have only been downloaded by 1.7 million daily users, less than 1% of its 221 million global subscribers. They've also been downloaded a total of 23.3 million times globally since they were first introduced last November for Android and iOS devices. There are a total of 26 Netflix games available exclusively to subscribers only on the platform, which include not one, but two Stranger Things spin-offs. The new data comes shortly after Netflix announced a loss of 970,000 subscribers in the second quarter of the year. That is a number that, they actually predicted, that they had expected. It was funny because when it came out, the stock actually went up because it was not as bad as they had predicted. So Netflix is in a period of, a retraction, because, again, not only are there many other options out there, but there's been a ton of mini controversies, whether it was the film about the dancers, or it was, their employees, and over the Dave Chappelle stuff. And each time there's one of these controversies. And by the way, there was one on the left wing over some vampire show that they canceled. People said they were canceling their Netflix subscriptions over that. I don't know how they could cancel their parents. They must know their parents' passwords, but that's neither here nor there. Apptopia, which is based in Boston, Massachusetts, says that downloads of the streaming giants games have been trending downward until May, when they started to finally slowly climb, coinciding with the release of the new series Stranger Things. Apptopia estimates that 1.7 million people are using any combination of these games daily, which is higher than we had estimated at any point prior. Adam Blacker, VP of Insights at Apptopia, said, "The sheer number of games is certainly influencing the growth. It's hard to sustain a high number of active users because typically only 3 to 10% of people who download a mobile game are still playing it 30 days later." That's actually insane. only 3 to 10% of people who download a mobile game are still playing. I guess that's true. I try a bunch of them, and like a lot of times it's like, I'm just trying to kill time. So I see something that looks fun, I try it, I play it once, and then I never play it again. Now, Netflix's library of self-produced games are included in your Netflix membership. They're only accessible to Netflix subscribers, but they have to be downloaded as separate apps. They're available only on mobile and both Android and iOS. No advertisements or in-app purchases feature in the games, unlike what many other mobile games do. Now, make no mistake about it, they're going to add that. Quote, people either get bored or move on to something they like better and try it and don't like it. I don't think a few people are going to play every day. I do think only a few people will play every day. Mail Online has contacted Netflix for comment. An analyst for Foresight said that Netflix's move into games could be proving a costly, bold move. The company will have to dedicate significant resources, including time and investment, with no guaranteed success. I mean, we could look at Stadia. I don't think moving into gaming is a smart idea for Netflix. I think, making better programming is a smart idea. Maybe interactive shows or choose your own adventure stuff. I thought that was really cool what they did with the Bandersnatch movie. I don't know if that was Netflix's idea or not, but it was cool. You get different endings and all. I thought that was awesome, more interactive, and it was neat to see. Although I grew up reading kind of choose your own adventure stuff. But Netflix has been flailing for some time now. And if you look at this article here, Netflix's video game, this is from an investment perspective, video game push will hurt it more. Netflix is entering the video game industry, something that appears uninteresting to most of the company's customers. The company no longer has first mover advantage, making it more likely for the company to spend to compete. Established players are much larger. The company overall has issues with size of its capital expenditures. We see the video game industry as it's moving against this. Netflix's video game push exacerbates the long-term struggle the company is currently facing. And it's true. At the end of the day, corporate valuation is about reliable profits. The company's revenue growth has stagnated. After a modest 1 to 2% revenue growth from quarter 1 to quarter 2, the company expects quarter 3 revenue to drop 2%. That's despite a slight increase in subscriber count. The company is struggling to break 220 million subscribers and 30 billion annualized revenue. It's still insane, right? Competition across the industry is strong. Competitors haven't been raising prices like this company has been for a subscriber. The company's free cash flow is negative. From these factors, we struggle to see how the company will build financial results to justify a $100 billion valuation or even growing from that. The largest risk is, of course, Netflix's ability to manage expenses and switch. You see here, I don't think that the video game push makes any sense for them. It means a company that's already struggling with capital is spending capital to enter new market completely for free. It's an interesting strategy, to say the least. It might have panned out if the launch was a hit, but the data indicates otherwise. More so, it was worth noting that the initial subscriber growth is much faster than continued growth. This indicates its current performance is the peak. Another risk we see for the company, unlike streaming, is that there's no first mover advantage with gaming. Other companies have already been in the subscription service for a while. The company's already dropping tens of millions on acquisitions there, while Microsoft is spending tens of billions it can comfortably afford. We expect it's unlike for the company to achieve a major foothold here, and instead the business will become yet another source of capital. I don't know why they don't just license the games out there or create their own games and sell them and do in-app purchases. That makes more sense than trying to make it like a part of the actual Netflix model. This, by the way, late July, Netflix's desperate attempt to crack down on password sharing. Streaming giant charges users extra money per month. That's not going to work. Then you see this article, late July. Netflix's new advertising tier will block access to some content. CEO confirms, with BBC original productions like The Serpent and Dracula likely to be affected. So if you don't pay the premium, you're not even getting the entirety of what Netflix has to offer. I mean, it's it's a great get woke, go broke moment, I think, for a lot of people. But on top of that, Netflix has spent the last 2 years being high on the hog, enjoying that the world was locked down, so they were forced to buy Netflix to get through the day. But now, when it comes down to competing and they actually have to put out a good product, I don't think they know how to. They have Stranger Things that caught lightning in a bottle with Squid Games. I don't think that they have what it takes to reliably put out programs that people are willing to pay the $15 a month to see, especially when you could subscribe for 1 month in December, or let's say January, February, in the doldrums of winter here in the Midwest. Watch all your Stranger Things, watch all your Queen's Gambit, watch all your Black Mirror, and then walk away for $12, as opposed to continually paying month after month. More people need to do this. There's even apps now that make it easier for people to manage and cancel these type of subscriptions. So Netflix has been floundering for a while, and this looks like a huge L for them too. Thanks to everyone who's been supporting, by the way, the channel. If you enjoy the content, please do subscribe below. If you want to check out the double calf, I'll leave a link to that. Otherwise, obviously, we have numerous coffee flavors, 5 different roasts, 6 including decaf, 3 hot cocos, 6 organic loose leaf teas. We even have cold brew bags. We have so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.